Hey guys, it's Aniket and today I'm here with an unboxing and review of the Samsung Galaxy A21s. So with that said, let's begin. On opening the box, the first thing you get to see is the phone itself. First impressions of the phone is quite good. The phone comes with a rainbow finish glass-like blue colored polycarbonate and the frame is also made of polycarbonate as well. The weight of the phone is slightly on the heavier side, that is 192 grams, and it comes with a thickness of 8.9 millimeters. The other things you get in the box are a USB cable, which is a USB Type-C, and a 15-watt fast charger. And on the upper part of the box, here's a small box with some paperwork and the SIM ejector tool. Coming to the physical overview, at the bottom you get to see a speaker grill, primary microphone, USB port and a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right side you get to see your volume rockers and power button. On the left side you get to see your SIM and microSD tray slot. And at the top you get to see a secondary mic port. Now coming to the software, the Galaxy A21s comes with Android 10 with One UI 2.5 right out of the box. The kernel version is 4.19 and the Knox version is 3.5. And it comes with little bit of bloatware which can be uninstalled pretty easily. And last but not the least, it comes with Office pre-installed. Now talking about the specs, the Galaxy A21s comes with an Exynos 850 processor with LPDDR4X RAM and eMMC 5.1 storage. It is Widevine L1 certified and also has support for Google Cam. It is an 8nm architecture based processor, so you can expect good battery life, and RAM management on this phone is also very good. For security, they have given a rear mounted fingerprint sensor and face unlock which works perfectly. For connectivity options, they have given Bluetooth version 5.0, GPS, GLONASS, NFC and dual Wi-Fi bandwidth support. Unfortunately, you don't get to see any light for notifications. Coming to the display, it is a 6.5-inch HD Plus Infinity O display with an aspect ratio of 19.5 by 9. You get to see the punch hole on the top left. Although it is an IPS display, you get to see good amount of brightness. Speaker on this phone is decent and is adequately loud. Gaming experience on this phone is okayish. It can run almost every game, although the heavy games graphics settings should be turned down to low to get lesser frame drops. The Galaxy A21s comes with a quad rear camera setup. It has a 48 megapixel primary camera with f2.2 aperture, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera with f2.2 aperture, a 2 megapixel macro camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensor, both of f2.4 aperture. For the front, they have provided a 13 megapixel selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. Here are some sample shots. The primary and ultra-wide camera captures photos with good amount of details and color accuracy and has a good dynamic range. The macro camera is not very color accurate, but it captures decent amount of details. Portrait shots also look good and have a natural blur. Selfies are also good enough, having close to real skin tones and good amount of detailing. Coming to battery and charging, the A21s has a 5000 mAh battery, which will give you more than a day of battery backup with little bit of gaming and decent amount of watching YouTube or Netflix. The phone comes with a 15-watt charger in the box, which charges it from 25% to full in just a little bit more above 2 hours. Coming to the pricing, at Amazon, without any offers, the 4GB 64GB variant costs 13,880 Indian rupees. And for the 6GB and 64GB variant, it costs 14,200 Indian rupees. And for the 6GB and 128GB variant, it costs 17,990 Indian rupees. In the offline market, prices are higher than these prices. I have purchased the 6GB 64GB variant for 17,500 rupees. So I will recommend you to buy online if you have no issues in buying online. Lastly, coming on to what are my thoughts about this phone. So this phone is a work-centric phone in my opinion. You get a large battery, a processor based on 8nm architecture, an 8G plus screen, everything pointing towards a whole day battery life with working on the go and a little bit of entertainment. This phone is not for heavy media consumption or heavy gaming. It is for work-centric peoples who will use it mainly for calling and sending mails and editing docs on the go, and will merely use it for gaming and Netflix. And if you ask me that the pricing is a bit on the higher side for what's being offered, then it is because of the company's brand value. And not just brand value, it also because Samsung phones show less advert pop-ups so that you can concentrate more on what you are doing. So this was it for this video. If you have any queries, let me know in the comment section and I will be catching you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.